In this session, we are going to see what is object level security. In object level security, we prevent user or group of users from creating, viewing, editing or deleting records of an object by selecting permissions on that object. Now I'm going to take an example. Let's say we have two users in our organization. Their names Raja and Richard, and there is an object called campaign. Here user Raja able to see the records of campaign object, and user Richard can also view the records. He can create the records and can also edit the records of campaign object. In that case, we can say there is an object level security applied on both these users. In Salesforce, object level security can apply through profiles and permissions. Profiles in Salesforce is a collection of settings and permissions that determine which data and feature in the platform users have access to. Here settings means what the user can see, like app or tab or other settings, etc. Through permissions, we can set what the user able to do in Salesforce, like which object records they will able to create or see on all sorts of things. So profiles are basically a collection of permissions and settings, which defines that what users will able to do in Salesforce platform, because every user is assigned to one or other profiles. I am repeating this point just to make sure you are not missing any of the points. Basically, a user will be assigned to a profile and this user is controlled by profiles. In profiles, we define two things, settings and permissions. According to that, the user will able to access the Salesforce. The next point is every user will be assigned to profile. What that actually means that there are different set of users in your organization. There are sales executives, sales managers, district managers, marketing executives and marketing managers, etc. People like different designations and different job functions comes different set of permissions and different set of settings. Now I'm navigating to the org. There I will show different kinds of users and their profiles. Type users in quick find search box. Click on users. Here you can see different profiles assigned to these users as per their designations. For example, this user Ramu Chavala is sales executive assigned to force.com profile. If you see this user Aaron role is Eastern sales team assigned to standard platform. If you see this username called Jasti Kalyan is assigned to standard platform user. According to the user designation, he will access the Salesforce data and other Salesforce features. So based upon their job functions, we will create these profiles. For example, there is a situation like we need to assign some permissions to sales executive and sales manager. In that situation, we will create a single profile. Here we assign two profiles to these users. I'm going to change this profile to standard user platform. Click on edit. I just changed this user profile to standard user platform. Now the sales manager and sales executive having the same profile. In this situation, you will create a single profile. No need to create two different profiles. We can assign the same profile to these two users and give different settings to them. The third point is profile controls object permissions. If you click on any of the profile, there you can see how these profile controlling the objects. Standard platform user. Here you can see this profile controls these objects. The user who having this profile, what he can do? He can only read, create, edit and delete accounts. He can't modify all. He can't view all. See, as per the objects. These are the settings we got on this standard user platform profile. If you see this contact point type consent object, he can only read. He can't do remaining things. So as per this, what we can say, profile controls object permissions. There are multiple things profile can control. The profile is a broad topic. It controls many things. Going back. So that's the way we can assign profile to the users. Now we are going to see how to create profiles and permissions. The profile concept and permissions both come under the object level security. First we're gonna see the profiles, then after we will see permissions. So in quick find search box, type profiles, click on that. These are all the profiles we got in Salesforce. We got too many profiles. Click on next. You can see the remaining profiles. How many profiles we got? 45 profiles we got. If you would like to filter by name wise, you can click on these alphabets. If you would like to see system admin profile, you can click on S. There you can see all the profiles starting with S. Here we got two types of profiles, standard profiles and custom profiles. Here you can see this is the custom profile. These three also custom profile. So HR recruiter and my custom profile. So anything which starts with standard, that means it's giving default by Salesforce. What are the standard things we got in Salesforce? Standard objects, standard page layouts, etc. All those standard things are defaultly comes through Salesforce instance. Here we have some of standard profiles which mostly used by the customers. Those are system administrator, standard user, solution manager, read only, marketing user and contract manager. So these are the profiles mostly used by the customers normally. Now I'm going to show you the standard user profile. The standard user profile is a standard profile. In this profile we can view, read and edit permissions on standard object but not delete permissions. So in standard user profile we can only view, read and edit permissions. We don't have all permissions on all the objects, just like how we got like in system administrator. System administrator can do anything. He can read it, he can modify it, he can delete, he can do anything. The next profile is read only profile. Click on that. It is similar to standard user profile. It's having all the permissions like in standard user profile, but it is restricted to read only. Click on edit. Here you can see most of the objects got read only permissions. All the objects on standard user profile user will able to create and edit, but in read only profile user only restricted to read. He can't edit, create records. The next profiles, marketing user, contract manager and solution manager. These profiles have different permissions including the permissions of standard user. What that means, the marketing user has all the permissions of standard user profile has, including some additional permissions which are required by a marketing user, and the same way it goes with contract manager and solution manager. They have different initial access according to their profile and according to their job functionalities. Marketing user has some more access than contract and solutions has some more access than marketing. Then come to the important standard profile is system administrator profile. The user who sign up for developer edition or for the production org or the first user of an organization is basically the one who is signed as system administrator profile. This is also a standard profile, and this profile, or you can say the user who assigned system administrator profile having the widest access. They can do anything they want. They can change other users permissions and other users profiles. They can do whatever customizable in Salesforce org. They can customize all the things and they have all the data access. That is because of two special permissions which are view all and modify all. Click on edit, we can see those. See, view all and modify all. These two permissions give access all the things present in Salesforce, like view all data gives the access of viewing all the data present in Salesforce. Modify all gives the access of modifying all data present in Salesforce. If we assign these two permissions to any of the profile, the users on that profile will have access equaling to the system administrator. So these two are special permissions give a user on particular profile access most of the things in the Salesforce. Now click on profiles. We will see custom profiles. These are made by cloning the standard profiles. You can ask why we need to create custom profiles when we have already the standard profiles, because there is one reason, that is object permission on standard profiles cannot be edited. Click on any of the standard profile, click on edit. If you like to enable this view all and modify all, we can't do straight away on standard profiles. If you want to do that, if you see this object, all these are not checked. If you want to enable all these, we have to clone this standard profile to a custom profile. They are predefined. We can't edit. Even if you are a system administrator, you can't edit any of the standard profiles. That's the reason behind it. Why Salesforce haven't given that one to us? Because Salesforce doesn't want you to decide each and every permission for different types of users. It has given a set of profiles to you. You can clone any of that profile, depends on your requirement. And in that cloning profile, you can edit whatever you want, including object level permission. And one more thing, in standard profiles, they have access to only standard object. On custom object, they really don't have any access. Scroll down, there you can see custom object permissions, and standard user profile doesn't have any control on custom objects. But go back and see system administrator. System administrator having the control on custom objects. But most of the standard profiles don't have access of custom object. So as we can't edit the object permissions on standard profiles, that's why we have to make a custom profile by cloning the standard profile. In the custom profile, we can edit the object level permissions. This is the way actually it works. There is one more thing I have to say. Basically what happens when we create a user, we have to assign a profile. It is compulsory. Whenever you are creating a user, we have to assign a profile which will determine what data the user can access. And there is one more thing we need to assign to the user, that is user license. The user license determines what features the user can access. So profiles and user license can control what the user can access. Let me clarify both of these things with you. Go to the users, click on the users, click on any of the user. Here you can see this user is assigned to a profile called standard platform user and the license called Salesforce platform. Click on edit. Here you can see the user who assigned to Chatter free license and Salesforce platform license. The user who is assigned to Chatter user license will only have access to Chatter, nothing else in Salesforce. Click on this, click on edit, you can see. Go back. Whereas the user in Salesforce license will have all the access to all the features and apps and all things available in that. You can access page layouts, fields, apps and everything. So depends on the license, we can also enable what the user can access and what the user can see in Salesforce. Through profiles also we can control what the user is able to see in object level, in field level. I think this one is clear. Now we are going to see how to create a profile and how can we enable object level permissions. Then after you can see how we can assign this profile to a particular user. So type profiles, click on profile, click on new profile. So existing profile, select standard user, name it as sales representative, click on save. Now all the standard user permissions and settings will be copied and that will be set on sales representative profile. Now I would like to edit some of the permissions. Click on edit. Here you can edit whatever you like. Console settings, page layout, like on which object which page layout should be assigned to this user of this profile, and over here you can set the field level security and there's tab settings also. Now I would like to give some custom object permissions to this profile. So what we created earlier, head office, outlets, employees, right? So I'm just giving, you can read, create, edit, not giving delete. The same way other objects also. Outlet, where is the outlet? Here, outlet, 3 permissions, and one more object called employees. Yeah, so for this profile I enabled custom object permissions, employee, head office, outlets, and depends on the requirement you can enable any of these permissions. Click on save. Now create one more profile. So click on clone, name it as sales executive, click on save, click on edit. In this profile I'm going to give delete option also for those objects. I'm repeating again, this is sales executive profile. In this profile the user who assigned to sales executive profile can read, create, edit and can delete, and the user who assigned to sales representative profile can only read, create and edit, can't delete. So click on save. Now going to the users, assign these two different profile to two different users. So let's take these two users, click on edit, change the user license to Salesforce, assign sales representative profile to him. Now what this user can able to see, this user is assigned to sales representative profile. You can only read, create and edit. You can't delete the outlet record. You can only read, create and edit. You can't delete. Now assign sales executive to this user. Click on edit. This is the developer edition. That's why we haven't got plenty of Salesforce license. If it is in real time, we can assign that profile to this user. That's the way we can create the profiles and assign to the users. Now you have to understand how to set object level security on profiles. It's time to see some important points that you have to consider with profiles. Those are, every profile should have at least one visible app. So if I click on app launcher, I can see too many apps because I have the system administrator profile. For example, log in with any of these users, click on login. Now you logged as a Raja Chavala. Now click on app launcher, click on view all. Here Raja can only see Dream House app. Why? Because log out, go to this profile, click on edit. Here you can see this profile is connected to Dream House app. That's why you can only see this app. If we enable remaining also, you can see other profiles as well. Click on save, Go back to the users again. Try to log in as a Raja. Now click on app launcher. So here you can see remaining apps also. We enabled those apps to him. So what is the point? Every profile should have at least one visible app. Otherwise, if there is no app assigned or not visible to the user, what the user will do in Salesforce? He should have at least one visible app so that he can do something with Salesforce. If an app is visible, its tab won't show up unless the profile has permissions to view associated object. So let's take an example. Here we got a user called Maria. She is assigned an app called XYZ. When she logged into the application, she can able to see the XYZ app in that apps list. But the problem is, if we haven't assigned any of the object access to that Maria's profile, in that situation, Maria will not able to see any of the tabs over there. If you want the tabs of the object to be shown in that app to Maria, in that situation, you have to set object level security or give at least read access on those objects to Maria's profile. Then after only she will able to see the tabs. Otherwise, she can't see the tabs. It doesn't matter what the tab visibility is. Doesn't matter what the app permission or not. App permission does not automatically include the object level permission. You have to assign object level permissions like read, create, edit and delete. The next point, a profile can be assigned to many users. Here you can see standard platform profile assigned to many users. But user can assign to only one profile. This user only having one profile. This user only having one profile. But this profile is assigned to multiple users. This is very important. Please remember this. Definitely you will get a question in interviews. How many profiles can you assign to a user? They will ask something like that. So a profile can be assigned to many users, but users can be assigned to one profile at a time. This is the point we need to take care of every time. It means if there is a user called Maria, can be assigned to a single profile, not to multiple profile at the same time. But on single profile, there can be a multiple users. The next point, view all and modify all are not available for ideas, price books and article types and product objects. Yeah, that's it on profiles. Now we are going to see permission sets. What is the definition of permission sets? It is a collection of settings and permissions that determine which data and features users will have access to. Yes, the same definition I told to profiles as well. Permission sets and profiles both are similar, but there is a small difference. That is, these are used to extend and access or grant additional access to users without having to modify their existing profile. Permission sets are used to give additional access to users who are assigned to a profile already. Let's take an example. There are 5 sales executives in your organization, and they all are assigned to a single profile called sales executive profile. There is a user called Ramu over here. Ramu needs additional access. Additional access means not all other sales executives are having. He needs some additional access or permissions. In that situation, you will create permission sets and that permission set will be assigned to Ramu. I am repeating again. There we have group of people. In that group of people, we need to assign additional access to a particular user, but they're all on same profile. Maybe you can ask why we need to give an additional access to that particular user only. I tell you a live example. Recently, I got a requirement, that is, we need to enable Salesforce Lightning experience to few people on a particular profile. In that profile, we got almost 150 users. At the time, I just enabled to the 5 people to check it. These 5 people are who helped me in the requirements gathering stage. So I enabled Salesforce Lightning to those 5 people to check it. Is that everything is okay or not? In the same way, in future, you may also get a different kind of requirement similar to this. In that situation, you will create different permission sets. With that set of permissions, you can enable some additional access to small set of people who you want to give additional access, so that whoever needs the access they have on that profile will stay there only. But they will have additional access just because permission sets assigned to them and the other users on the same profile will not able to access, because the permissions access the data which they are the permission set not assigned to them. So whenever you want to restrict or access to the same group of users in the profile level, and if you want to grant additional access to the certain people among the group only, in that situation you will create a permission sets and assign that permission set to a required users who you need to give some additional access for certain time duration, or after that particular time you can get it back from them by just deleting a simple record of permission set. You can grant additional access for some time, or else if you can grant this additional access for as long as depends on your business requirement. But we need to take care of whom we are giving this access whenever there is the same group of people. When we use permission sets, the people which are on the same profile among them need additional access, then you will use permission sets, and using that permission set you can give access of data or the features to the small set of users needed. Then they will be access the all the things or data which are allotted them on the profile level as well as on the permission sets. Now the next point, let's take another example. There is a user called Ramu and an object called account. Ramu having read and create permissions on object called account, doesn't have edit and delete permission. How he got these permissions? He got those permissions through profiles, right? Here Ramu have a profile. Through that profile we have given access of read and create, but not edit and delete. Just go to the arc, click on the sales executive profile, click on edit, come down, see the objects, account object. See, this profile is assigned to user called Ramu. On account object, he got only read and create permissions. It doesn't have edit and delete. So in this situation, Ramu is only able to create and read the records. So at that time, if we want to edit and delete, we can give that access using permission sets. What we are giving? We are just giving edit and delete access. We are not enabling create access and permission set. Why? Because he got create and read access already in the profile level. So permission sets only add the permissions which are not given from the profile level. We can't remove the permission which the users have on their profile level. We should take care of that point. Whenever a user is assigned a permission set, he is only getting additional permissions. Can't disable the existing permissions or settings he got from the profile level. The next thing is what the permission sets control. The first thing is object permission. Obviously, we can control object permissions and then field permissions. App settings, user can see that will be default for particular user, and which app the user will not able to see, that we can set in profile level. And what else we can enable using permission sets? We can enable remaining things also. Custom app settings, tab settings, everything we can enable on permission sets if the user haven't got through profile. That's the simple difference between profile and permission sets. The next point is whenever we clone the profile, the new custom profile gets created as the same license type as of the standard profile which we have cloned. Click on profile, try to create a new profile. So what we are getting? Existing profile. If you selected any of the profile, so whenever we clone the profile, the new custom profile has the same license type of the standard user profile. So over here we don't specify license type, but in permission sets, over we start creating permission sets, it asks the license for which user license you want to create this permission set. So this permission set only able to assign to the users on particular user license, but it's not compulsory to mention user license each and every time we are creating. But once you assign the user license, then you will not change. The next point is a user can assign multiple permission sets. Yes, this is the major difference between profile and permission set. A single profile can be assigned to multiple users, but a user can assign to a single profile. So that is the basic difference. Let's take an example of Ramu again. Ramu is working as a sales executive, marketing executive, and also a support manager. But we can only assign one profile. In that situation, how can he get some extra access to cover the other roles also? We can simply create permission sets. Through that, we can give additional access to cover remaining roles as well. We will combine permission for the support manager into one permission and the permission of marketing executive into one permission. Then we will assign both of these to Ramu. With the help of those permission sets, he will able to access the data or the features which marketing and support managers are able to access. This is all about you need to do with profiles and permission sets. Now let's see how we gonna create a permission sets and assign to a user. So see the users. Earlier we assigned sales executive profile to Ramu. In this profile, he got only read and create permissions. Now I want to give edit and delete. Do I need to create another profile? We can give that through creating another profile also. But I really don't want that. If I create a new profile, then how many profiles will I create different set of permissions every time? If I assign Ramu to sales representative, then he will able to read, create and edit, but cannot delete the records of objects. So in that situation, permission sets works very well. In permission sets, what we will do? We simply create a permission sets, and in that permission set, we will give permission of edit and delete on account object. and assign that permission set to Ramu. So type permission sets, click on that, click on new button. The label is create, edit and delete access on account object. So you can give whatever the name you want as per the requirement. So in the below here, that's what I said earlier. If you want, you can select the license. In profile, you can't select the license. But in permission sets, you can select the license. Now I am leaving this one is as it is. Click on save. Now the permission set is created. I will go to the account object which I want to change the settings. Click on accounts, click on edit. Here I am giving edit and delete. Click on save. That's it, nothing much. Then after, click on manage assignments. Click on add assignment. Select this user. Click on assign. Then after, click on done. That's the way we can assign permission sets to Ramu. Now log in as a Ramu. Click on accounts. Select all. Click on this record. Now we can able to edit and delete. Click on edit. Click on new test 001. So that's the way you can read, create, edit and delete. So that's it. Thank you.